Now, you picked some really cool songs, starting with a band that you signed to Ironworks, of course, the label that you and Jude Cole own. I had the chance to see these guys in Atlanta about a year and a half ago. I was kind of blown away because they're kids.
Well, yeah, 18 to 20, but they're really, really young. And what is unbelievable is when we first signed them, they were like 16, 17 years old. And you figure what, they've been playing instruments for maybe 4 years, that would take them all the way back to 12 or 11. And the musicianship that they managed to garner in such a short period of time, and then watching them evolve, because we felt very strongly that they needed to play a lot of shows before we kind of came out with them. So they've been really on the road for almost 2 years. And the growth chart with which they play their instruments has just been staggering. I mean, the guitar work in the band is just unbelievable, and Davis, the singer, what he's evolved into, and he's really found his own voice. So it was like, do you remember the old sea monkeys when you just kind of threw the little eggs into water and they turned into, it was like that. It was just kind of explosive. And so I think their youth added an unbelievable energy to everything that they were doing. So it was exciting to watch.
How did you and Jude find Billy Boy on Poison?
Jude, actually, this is, I have to credit him. We'd gotten a call from a couple friends of ours and said, you know, there's a very young band, but they're unbelievably dynamic, and we think you should go see them. And usually it's me who goes to the bar and checks out the bands. But I was out of town, and Jude went, and I got a call. I think I was in actually Romania making a film, and I got a call from Jude in the middle of the night, and he said, you know, I'm in this bar, I'm watching this band, this kid is singing through a megaphone, and he's wearing like tight gold shorts, a trench coat, and combat boots, and he's got a mohawk, and I want to sign this band. I went, doesn't sound like you, but absolutely, let's go ahead. And it really, and they made one of my favorite rock records, period.
You're listening to Kiefer Sutherland's Radio Takeover on 101.9 RXP. Happy Valentine's Day, and on my way. And for Billy Boy on Poison, kind of doing their own video, how was that for you? Because you've obviously directed a lot of music videos, including, what was the last one you did? You did Honey Honey and Lifehouse.
Yeah, and the last one actually that I did was a Billy Boy video, which will be coming out very, very soon for On My Way. You know, they're a band that you have to work with. They are very involved in what they're doing, and in fact, the guy that made the original video for Happy Valentine's Day actually helped when we made the video, and it was a lot of fun. It was basically, they were a band that broke into the Los Angeles Forum when another bigger band was playing a show the next night, and they basically steal all their equipment and have their own show.
We got to see Billy Boy on Poison in New York City.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to them coming. Just the way you're describing them and the passion behind it, I can't wait to see them.
Well, they're going to be, as soon as they're finished in England, we're bringing them here.
101.9 RXP and The Wait from the Pretenders. Another selection from Kiefer Sutherland doing his takeover here at RXP, and we're letting him play anything he wants. I'm really excited, though, that you are going to play some stuff from your label.
Well, yes, we're kind of shameless about that in the self-promotion world. Actually, one of the next song is from one of our bands, a band called Honey Honey, and Suzanne, who is the lead singer and banjo player and fiddle player for this band, I think just has one of the most incredible voices. It is the only artist that we've had on the label that has done an entire take of a song in a first take without any comps. And Black Crowes was that song. And she did it a couple other times where she would just grab a hold of a song, and you can see her in a booth, in the recording booth. She closes her eyes, and she just goes somewhere. It's transcendental almost, and and so I'm really proud of this band, and I just think that this song has got such a great groove, and just kind of, there are other women artists, and we can talk about that in a moment. You know, Patti Smith, and where I just feel certainly New York was responsible for creating women in rock where they were competing with any other possible band. Before that, you had Janis Joplin, but besides that, Stevie Nicks was in Fleetwood Mac with other male members, and before that, all the female artists seemed to be much more like Carole King, Carly Simon, and kind of very, very lighter kind of rock and roll. And so just I wanted to kind of have Susan kind of represent herself in amongst kind of these fantastic women that New York produced.
You hear her and you can tell that she's going to have a long career.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's just it's a voice, it's a voice unlike something that Jude and I have ever heard before, and it's just, it resonates with people, and you know, we're very excited about them.
And the CD is out now, so people can go out and check out Honey Honey.
Yeah.
It's waiting for me.